Finally tonight, as we continue to mark America's independence and the part that Catholics played in the founding of the country, we look at the first Catholic cathedral built in the United States, the Basilica of the National Shrine of the Assumption of the Blessed Virgin Mary in Baltimore, Maryland. Built between 1806 and 1863, the stunning neoclassical cathedral is considered one of the most important churches in the Catholic history of America. EWTN News Vice President and Editorial Director Matthew Bunson sat down with Father Michael Roach, a church historian on the faculty of Mount St. Mary's Seminary, to learn more.
What is the significance of the Old Basilica in Baltimore?
Of course, it is the oldest cathedral, oldest Catholic cathedral in the United States. A marvelous structure with a great history. Many great events took place there within its precincts. And it's still immensely popular among the people of Baltimore. It is, in a sense, the mother church.
Yeah, and as that mother church, it has a very close connection with John Carroll. Talk about that.
John Carroll never got to see it built completely, and when he died, he was buried over at the Seminary in Packet Street in their crypt. Then when the old cathedral was finished, then he came over and was buried in the crypt there. Yeah, he saw the significance of having a decent, more than a decent cathedral, and he was very broad-minded, so he got the architect, Latrobe, who was a Moravian by faith, but I think a pretty incomparable architect in the States at that time, in the New Republic. And he did a grand job.
So what were some of the challenges that he faced actually getting this cathedral built?
The money, of course. They had a lottery. So bingo is not new as one of our fundraisers. He had a lottery, and I think he may have won the prize and gave it back and made them draw again. And so it took ages to get the cathedral built. And the War of 1812 intervened, and it had to be postponed for a while. I think you could see a little difference in the color of the granite between what was done before that one was done many years later. And the debt. James Roosevelt Bailey, Mother Seton's nephew, finally pays off the debt well after the Civil War.
So what would the population have looked like in 1821 when the cathedral first opened? Right.
At its peak, by the way, in mid-20th century, it was 50%, but I suspect it was probably 5%. Baltimore had its first Catholic group, not in the Irish or the English, but the Acadians, when they were thrown out of Acadia, Nova Scotia, by the heartless British, and they landed in places all along the East Coast and finally around to New Orleans. A number landed in Maryland and in Baltimore. Great Catholic families that contributed so much, the Chattards, the Fleurys, the Raffels, the Malmeniers. So that was a great gift to us. Oh, another interesting thing, when Carroll writes his report to Propaganda, he mentions the number of black Catholics, bond and free. And it's sort of an astounding number. I think it may be close to 1/5 of the Catholic population is African American, if you will, or Creole American.
For Catholics today, what do they need to know about this basilica as we look ahead into this new century?
It's a reminder of the Marian patronage that was so strong among the English Catholics. Our Lady's dower, they called England. So when the original English colonists came over in 1634 and later, they brought with them a love of Mary. So in truth, the patroness of our archdiocese is Mary, under the title of the Assumption. So it's perfect that the old cathedral was named after the Blessed Virgin Mary. So I think that strong strain of Marian devotion is indispensable for any kind of authentic Catholicism.